Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire, except it is not the fields of Perthshire. Look at that for scenery. Welcome to the island of Barra in the Outer Hebrides, the Western Isles of Scotland. Miles and miles and miles of golden sandy beaches, and the only person that's here other than me is that little dot in the distance, which is my wife, who is hunting for cowrie shells. So I'm on one of the many beaches on the islands. I've shot a little bit of footage on previous days. I'm going to stitch it all together and make a little video for you all. I'm back with the XP DEUS II, and surprise surprise, I'm going with program number 11, which is beach. So let's see what treasures people have lost. Almost immediately we're in with a good signal. .96, 97. Very shallow. It was only a couple of centimetres under the sand, and we may well have our first coin. One thing I expect on beaches is a bit of coinage, most of it spendable, and probably a lot of ring pulls, cans and bottle tops, and if we're really lucky, some personal belongings, maybe jewellery. But that certainly looks round, and it's definitely not a pound. It is 10 pence, I think. Whatever it is, oh no, it might be a 2 pence. There's a little bit of brown colour coming through there, and it is indeed a 2 pence piece. So no need to give it a magical rub up, because it's just sat here gently corroding away. It's gone green, and you can see 2 pence, and on the other side, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of the Britons, 1988, but that might have only been lost last year. Still in circulation and spendable, so I'm off to the shops after this. Good start. This one came through at an 80. It was actually on the surface initially. It looked like a coin because it was a bit like that, but it's some sort of copper, I don't know, a copper nail maybe something off a boat. What do you reckon? Either way, it's pretty much junk, but hey, 2 finds in the first minute. Let's see what else we can get. I'm going to have to keep you kind of with my shadow there because it's quite breezy, even though the sun is shining. This one, pretty solid, 64. Maybe another coin, maybe not. Only one way to find out. Quite a deep one this time, probably about, well, in fact, let's measure it with the probe. Yep, full height of the probe. So what's that? 8 inches. 8 inches, but we're out the hole, and I tell you what, sand is a lot easier to dig in than mud. Oh, we might have another 2p or 10p this time maybe. It's definitely brown. It's brown and green and brown. Huh. It's a shilling. It's an old coin. 1960. Bloody hell. That's been in the ground a while, isn't it? Let's give it a wee rub up on the trousers and get the sand off it. And there we go. We have got in pretty good condition Elizabeth II de Gracia Regina, by the Queen, by the grace of God, Queen. And on the other side, Fid Def, Defender of the Faith, 1960, 1 shilling. It's in pretty good condition considering it's probably been on a beach for 60 years or 50 years. But I'm right up against the shore. You can see the grass right there, so I'm purposely chose this bit because this is where people pitch their tents and put their deck chairs to stay out the wind and try and get a bit of shelter. So it's not very often the tide comes this high. But that is my first shilling off a beach. Shilling was 12 pence back in the day, and then later I think became 10 pence. Brilliant. Signals keep on coming. A couple of ring pulls and a nice bit of tin can, which I will exclude from the video for your benefit. Just here, coming through at, well, it's jumping about a lot. 35, 37, 39, but we'll give it a go. Relatively shallow, and we have got our first bit of silver. We've got a little bracelet, a little necklace. I think it's a necklace, too long to be a bracelet. It's snapped, it's broken, so maybe there's another bit to be had. Yeah, you can see it's snapped just here, so maybe half of it still exists. And there we go. It's got a hallmark on it, and I think it is silver. Difficult for you to see because of the light and because I've only got one hand. Ah, where's the hallmark? There it is, there. Hang on. There we go. Ah, it's not actually a hallmark, is it? I think it says 925. So that must be 0.925 silver, I'm guessing. It's not an official like assay mark, but it is certainly sparkly, and it's our first bit of silver. Tremendous. We're in with another one. Jumping about a bit. 96, 97, could be something. Again, it's pretty shallow. I actually didn't even use the spade, I just moved my foot around a little bit, and do you see right there, that is a little bit sparkly. What have we got? Could be a bit of jewellery, you know. It's got a chain. It's another necklace. It is another necklace, complete with stones. I think we've got ourselves another bit of silver, folks. 3 stones. Very nice. Oh, I can't help but feel sorry for the people who have lost them. Might have had a bit of sentimental value. See if we can see any hallmarks. Nothing obvious that I can see. But very nice decorated little stones. Date wise, I'm not thinking particularly old, probably in the last 20, 30, 50 years, give or take. I mean, could even have been lost last week. But either way, I think we have got 2 bits of silver in no time at all. I've literally been going for 10 minutes. And that is actually wearable. Not that I would wear it, but there we go. Tremendous. It's been a lot quieter. Just a couple of bits of junk again. A couple more bottle tops that sound kind of like coins. And we've got a $79 to $80, and it's quite a small target, so I'm hoping another coin. Deeper again this time, about 6 to 7 inches down, but we're out. Somewhere. Ah, there's something round. Possibly a penny. Let's give it a wee clean up and see. Well, this is a bizarre one. This is a first for me. 1995. And is it Abraham Lincoln or someone else? I think it's "In God We Trust" at the top. I can't make out what that says at the side, at the left hand side, but it's definitely 1995. And on the other side we have got the United States of America. 1 cent. Again, I can't make out the letters in the middle. Give me a second. It says F plurius unum, which I'm sure some of my American followers will translate for me. And on the other side, the little word to the left hand side is liberty. So it's a 1 cent from the United States, 1995. As you can see, corroded very badly. A little bit closer to the water line at the moment, so maybe that's why. Either way, probably dropped by a tourist on their holidays. We've got a double signal, maybe pirate treasure. This one 89.90. This one 86.87. I'd say the second of the two signals sounds better, but let's go with the first and see what we get. Now look at that for scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colours of the sea. And I've got it all to myself, this entire beach, which is about a mile across, and I'm the only person here. Apart from my wife, of course, who's gone shell hunting. But that is stunning. So the first signal turned out to be iron. Great big lump of iron. Let's see if the second signal is any better. The XP DEUS II may well have just done it again. I think we might just have found gold. Either that or a gold ring pull. But it is absolutely shimmering. Look at that there. 2 spadefuls down. Beautiful signal. It's quite crisp. And I think we might just have. We have. I think we've got a gold ring. That is a gold ring. I don't believe it. That's my first ever gold ring. That is a gold wedding band. A man's wedding band, I'm reckoning, because look at the size of it. That is pretty massive. Look, that's my wedding finger, and it easily goes on there. So we're looking for a man with very big hands. Look at that shimmering in the sun. Solid gold. Well, that is a real shame that someone's lost that. I shall need to hand that into the community shop at the island. See whether or not it can be reunited with the owner. Maybe someone's knows where they've lost it. Maybe someone watching knows someone who's lost a gold wedding ring on the Isle of Barra. And if they do, I'll let the little community shop know where I found it, and someone can let them know where you think you lost it. Beautiful but sad at the same time. Who knows how long that's been rolling about in the sand for, but either way it is in mint condition, as gold often is. Beautiful. Coming through at a 92. Unfortunately, that last one was a deep bit of iron. Sod's Law is about 14 inches down, but we've got another one here. Coming through 59. 59 to 61. It's a little bit rough, but let's see what we get. Two little helpers. There's their feet, that's all I'm showing you of them. I've got two little helpers. We've got a necklace. I don't think it's particularly old, but I do think it's silver. It's not tarnished, other than just going a little bit dark. I haven't been able to look, or haven't been able to find a hallmark yet, but I think it's silver. Don't think it's particularly old. You can see it's a bit kind of modern in design, a little love heart. Kind of almost ambery, almost see-through. Look at that. Look at that view as well. There's our private yacht. That's how we got here today. And there is a little heart-shaped pendant. Probably made of silver. So not a bad start, is it? Excellent. We've got another digger. Pretty solid. 64. Doesn't sound very deep. So let's see what we've got. Right, little diggers. On it. Right there. Go for it. And we've got ourselves some sort of little bee, which has got what I assume are cubic zirconia rather than real diamonds, but we'll get them checked later on. If they're real diamonds, we've found about £8,000 worth of diamonds, I would say. That would be nice. Again, not particularly old, very modern. Could it be silver? Looks like it's been worn on a chain and snapped off. Very, very sparkly either way. We've had a few bits of aluminium, tin foil, etc, etc, which you would expect on a beach, even one as clean as this. And this signal's coming through about 70s, low 70s. Somewhere. Right there. Oh. 73, 74, 75. So let's see what we get. We have got what looks like an earring. It may well be a very rare pink diamond, or it might just be another piece of costumey type jewellery. Still got the back on it as well, which is strange. Someone must have taken it out. They left it on their swimming costume and then shaken it off when they got back out the water. I got myself a little cowrie shell, and for times in history these were currency in certain cultures, particularly in like Polynesia and places like that. Beautiful. Very rare to find, but always have a good eye out when you're a metal detectorist. Look at it. I just can't get away for how beautiful this is. I mean, look at that for a view. Scotland is absolutely gorgeous. And most people would never associate white sandy beaches and turquoise blue sea with Scotland. But it is gorgeous. Today it's about 18 degrees, so what's that, 1836, 66 Fahrenheit. And you might have just spotted my wife out of the side of the view there. I think this is going to be my last signal. '88, '89, very nice, very crisp sound. Be nice to get something good to finish up with, but still over the moon with the gold, which I'm sure she will be too when she sees it. And then even more disappointed when I tell her I'm going to hand it in. Okay, we're out the hole and I've got my little helper here. who's going to see what we've got. Let's see how good she is with using this probe. Not very. There we go. Yes. Right. Oh, it's in my hand somewhere. It's a shell. It wouldn't. I'm joking. I've dropped it. No, it's not. That's it. We have got another piece of silver. It is a Celtic cross off of a necklace. You can see a little loop there where it's been attached, and that I'm pretty certain, dropped it, pretty certain that is silver. Have we got hallmarks? We've got something at the bottom which says sterling for sterling silver. So I'm pretty sure that is silver, albeit it's not hallmarked. But there we go, another piece of jewellery. Wonderful. Well, that has been an excellent few hours of metal detecting. I've also added in a couple of short videos over the last few days, because although we got a few nice things, didn't get enough to make a full video. But thank you for watching, and welcome to the beautiful island of Barra in the Western Isles of Scotland. See you on the next dig. Some of the beaches here in Barra and Battersea. If you've got a very keen eye and being a metal detectorist helps, then you might discover some of these shells if you look closely.